You know, tell me there was no music playing in the background. God dang it. Okay, yeah, I was busy getting ready and everything. Hello everyone, how's it going? And thank you for tuning in with me for day 20 of Advent of Cyber. For those of you keeping track, it's day 20 of Advent of Cyber. Damn microphone. Okay. So, I hope everyone's having a okay day so far. Things are getting a little scuffed again, which isn't unusual. It's not unusual, you know? Everything gets scuffed. But anyway, guys, hope everyone's having an okay day. Day 21? What the hell? No, it's not day 21, it's day 20. Ah, fucking Twitch. I'm telling you, this whole month has been nothing but scuffness. You know what I mean? This whole month has been nothing but scuffness. Okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We'll just change the title. It's fine. Alright. Seba Runa, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Alright, so we're at day 20 of Advent of Cyber. I gotta remember to fire Hootie, my producer over here. Well, I mean Hootie's job is going away anyway, so I'm gonna be without a producer. And of course, not the holidays without some Coca-Cola eggnog. Ugh. Oh man, that's good shit here. That is some good shit. Folks, I highly recommend you mixing your eggnog with your Coca-Cola, because it'll actually taste pretty good. It'll taste pretty good. Anyway, we're gonna start day 20 here in a couple of minutes. Give some folks some time to pop into stream. Whew. It's been a long 20 days. Like, I am so glad that I am so glad that it's gonna be all over after Christmas. Alright. Anyway, guys, gals, non-binary pals, we're gonna get ready to do some, let me see what we're doing. Let me just power up the Chonky Jr. Folks, I've decided to call this little baby the Chonky Jr. So let's boot up the Chonky Jr. Because of the sub wheel, because of a sub that one of my subs gifted, leading to me being forced to hydrate. I am being forced to hydrate. I have to hydrate for 1 minute while we wait for this thing to load. So we're gonna do that right now. So, cheers. Alright. I hydrated for a minute. Thank it, Yeahhhh. How's it going, Goddess Love? Welcome in. Alright, so now that we're about to be ready for all the hacker things, let's go ahead and move on over to the hack top. Why is this? Oh. Let's move over to the hack top real quick. And we're going to start doing all the hacker things. Before we do that, you know, I could go for a little bit more of that cokenog. I could go for a little bit more of that cokenog. That tasted so good. So, let me get a little bit more of that to drink. Good stuff. Alright. We're gonna turn on my terminal just in case. I've not looked at today's Advent of Cyber, so we're going to turn on the VPN. You're writing Christmas cards for your mom because you have neither writing. Wait, are you giving all those Christmas cards to your mom? Dude, she could at least give some Christmas cards to other people. Yeah. Your mom could give some... I'm sure your mom's friends and family, and your family, the rest of your family, could use some more Christmas cards, so your mom doesn't hoard them all. Okay. Ooh, DevSecOps. I'm literally on a DevOps team. Well, job shadowing in a DevOps team. This is some shit I need to learn. Then again, all this I need to learn. Or SysOps. Wait, I'm in SysOps, not DevOps. Ah, okay. Well, you know I'm screwing with ya with that question, right? You know I'm screwing with you on that question. Okay, so we're gonna start our story. We have our story right here, so we're going to go into it. Could be a reality. Yeah, your mom had like hoarding Christmas cards. Like, that could be a reality. I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm also not saying it... I'm not saying it can happen, but I'm also not saying it can't happen. Okay, so let's get to our story. One of the main reasons for the Best Festival Company... One of the main reasons the Best Festival Company acquired Antarctic Crafts was their excellent automation for building, wrapping, and crafting. Their new automation pipelines make it a much easier, faster, scalable, and effective process. However, someone has tampered with the source control system, and something weird is happening. It's suspected that McReady has impersonated some accounts or teamed up with rogue frostlings. Who knows what will happen if a malicious user gains access to the pipeline. In this task, you will explore the concept of poisoned pipeline execution, or PPE, in a GitLab CI/CD environment and learn how to protect against it. You will be tasked with identifying and mitigating a potential PPE attack. A GitLab instance for Antarcticraft's CI/CD automates everything from sending signals and processing Best Festival Company services to building and updating software. However, someone has tampered with the configuration files, and the logs show unusual behavior. Some suspect the frostlings have bypassed and gained access to our build processes. In today's task, you will learn about poisoned pipeline execution, understand how to secure CI/CD pipelines, get an introduction to secure software development lifecycles and DevSecOps, and learn about CI/CD best practices. GitLab is a platform that enables collaboration and automation throughout the system development lifecycle, which is the framework structure that describes the stages that code goes through, from design and development to deployment. GitLab is built around Git, a distribution control version control system, or VCS, where code is managed. Here are some key components of GitLab. Version control system, a VCS, is the environment where you manage and track changes made in the code base. It makes it easier to collaborate with others and maintain the history and versioning of a project. CI/CD pipelines. Pipelines automate the building, testing, and deployment processes. Pipelines ensure the code is consistently integrated, tested, and delivered to the specified environment, like production or staging. Security scanning. GitLab has a few scanning features, like incorporating static application security testing, or SAST, or SAST, dynamic application built security testing, or DAST, DAST, container scanning, and dependency scanning. All of these tools help identify and mitigate security threats in code and infrastructure. Wait, Goddess Love, your mom hoards grocery bags? What? Wait, what? I hope you mean the grocery bags that are reusable. Good lord. What kind of household environment are you living in? Oh, the bags you can use again. Okay. Well, that makes more sense then. So we mentioned CI/CD earlier in the context of pipelines. CI/CD stands for Continuous Integration and Continuous Delivery. Continuous integration. refers to integrating code changes from multiple contributors into a shared repository where code is stored in a VCS. You can think of it as a folder structure. In GitLab, CI allows developers and engineers to commit code frequently, triggering automations that lead to builds and tests. This is what CI is all about, ensuring that code changes and updates are continuously validated, which reduces the likelihood of vulnerabilities when introducing security scans and tests as part of the validation process. Here we start entering the remit of DevSecOps. And continuous deployment automates code deployment to different environments. During SDLC, code travels to environments like sandbox and staging, where the tests and the validations are performed before they go into the production environment. The production environment is the final version of an app or server lives. So it's where the final version of the app or service lives, which is what we as users tend to see. CD pipelines ensure the code is securely deployed consistently and as part of DevSecOps. Integrating security checks before deployment to production is key. We have mentioned that integrating security into CI/CD ensures consistency and threat reduction when integrating it into the SDLC. This is what DevSecOps aims to achieve. Everything we have seen so far is part of a cultural and technical approach that aims to improve collaboration, automation, and CI/CD. It's what we call developer operations, or DevOps for short. DevSecOps was born from DevOps and is an extension specializing in security for DevOps practices. In today's AOC, you will learn about poison pipeline execution. Before that, let's read chat real quick. Bags there cost 5 cents. Wait, what country are you from again, Lumina? Like, are you from Europe? It would make sense that if it was you being born in Europe and living in Europe. I know plastic bags that you buy from Aldi probably cost about the same. 5 cents, I think. I know you can't. I know you don't get like free bags at Aldi. I assumed it was like a European thing. Yeah, Aldi just introducing European Union supermarket. What was I thinking? Supermarket practices. You know, you have to unlock your shopping cart with a quarter. You have to buy your own bags. You have to bag your own bags and stuff. Alright. Take care, Goddess Love. Alright. So let's continue on with our AOC task. I'm getting sidetracked by the chat. But we're making good time. So in today's AOC, we're going to learn about poison pipeline execution. This type of attack involves compromising a component or stage in the SDLC. For this task to work, it takes advantage of the trust boundaries established within the supply chain, which is extremely common in CI/CD, where automation is everywhere. When an attacker has access to version control systems and can manipulate the build process by injecting malicious code into the pipeline, they don't need access to the build environment. This is where the poisoned pipelines come into play. It's crucial to have effective secure gates and guardrails to prevent malicious code from getting far if there is an account compromise. So here's the scenario. There you go. Close that. 'Tis the season of giving, but the Frostlings have invaded Antarcticraft's GitLab's CI/CD pipeline. They have found a way to poison the pipeline, orchestrating the Advent calendar build process for this holiday season. Your mission as a DevSecOps engineer is to uncover and mitigate this attack to ensure the calendar doesn't suffer from any malicious alterations. Before moving forward, we're going to review some questions in the connection card. Do we need to start the attack box today? You can. Let's see. Yeah, you can. I only recommend it for the premium TryHackMe users. It's a really good attack box. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, the attack box is really cool. It's just more cool if you're like a premium user on TryHackMe than it is if you're a free user. It's still cool to use as a free user, but unfortunately, then you run into the problem of you only have the attack box for an hour per day when you run it on TryHackMe. So, but it's a good attack box. Highly recommend it if you are able to use it, or if you don't have a VM to do your hacking with. Otherwise, you can just use your own hacker setup, like a VM or bare metal if you have a hack top with Kali Linux or Parrot OS installed, like I've got. This is bare metal. This is like a bare metal Parrot OS install. Yeah, I don't think it has... I don't think it has... Well, it's... Yeah, I think... I only remember using the internet features of the attack box when I was a premium user on TryHackMe. I never really used it when I used the attack box as a free user, but I only remember using the internet features on the attack box when I was a premium user. How are you doing, by the way? AYWC, welcome to the chat. We've already got the VM started up today, and it's already booted up. We always want to boot it up before we we just go through the whole thing. So anyway, that being said, we're using the VPN connection on the bare metal ParaDOS hackbox, so, or hacktop I just call it. So we're going to access the machine right here. We have a direct connection to the GitLab, and we're going to go ahead and sign in. It wants us to sign in with these credentials, so we're going to do just that. I'll save these credentials anyway. So we have a project right in here. So after logging in, if you see a warning that specifies adding an SSH key, you can just ignore it, as we will be using the web editor. If you have used Git and GitLab before, which I have, my company I do contract work for has GitLab. If you prefer to interact with GitLab programmatically, you can add your own key. Upon login, you should see the AOC DevSecOps/Advent Calendar BFC. We're going to take a look at the project right now. So it's a workflow. Let me go in here real quick. It's a workflow for the Advent Calendar site by the Best Festival Company, built by Antarcticrafts. If we check the repository, we see it uses Apache to host an HTML, an index.html file. The configuration file, gitlab-ci.yaml or YML, is written in YAML format for GitLab CI/CD. It defines a series of jobs and stages that will be executed automatically when code changes are pushed to the Advent Calendar BFC repository. We're going to break down what it does. So we can have a look at the code right here. So workflow describes a CI/CD workflow for the value assigned to the commit branch. Install dependency stage. If the pipeline is triggered on any branch, it installs dependencies if there are any. In this case, it echoes a message indicating the installation step. So we can see there's a script right here that echoes. This is the installation step. So it uses that line in the code. I'm doing okay, AYWC. I'm doing alright. I'm a little tired though. Not gonna lie. Before_script. Stage. Checks for an existing Docker container with a specific name. Stops and removes it if found. This way, whenever a new job runs, there won't be clashes with previously running containers. Right here, so runs these commands right here. Notice these are Linux commands. So the YAML code is basically executing Linux commands. Test. Stage 1 executes in the test stage of the pipeline. 2 runs a Docker container named affectionate_saha based on the httpd:/latest image. And 3 binds a volume from the local directory to the container's web server directory. And 4 maps port 9080 on the host to port 80 on the container. It's all basically running a Docker container. Artifacts. Specifies the contents of the public directory and rules. The test stage runs only if the pipeline is triggered on the main branch. Detective Frostel received reports that the Advent Calendar site has been stuck in a testing phase for a few weeks. However, the team is acting strangely. The site has been acting up. As a DevSecOps engineer, you must help Detective Frostel understand what's happening. We can start by checking if there are any merge requests or attempts. Merge requests appear when someone has new code or an updated project version and wants to update the codebase with the new changes. In other words, they want to merge it. Let's take a look at the merge requests. Click on the Merge Requests tab on the left-hand drop-down. The changes can be seen on the Merged tab. Look at the update.gitlab-ci.yaml changes. So we want to click Merge Requests. And then we want Merged. So there's some activity made for testing. It looks like Frostlino has opened a merge request with some code updates, explaining it is for testing purposes. Delphlead approved and merged the changes. It seems no code review was done, and it was merged directly. So what is going on here? Let's check the jobs logs. Job logs show all the workflows triggered and jobs that have run or are running. On the same menu on the left-hand side, we're going to select jobs from the drop-down menu in CI/CD. Check the jobs that have been executed. At first glance, the testing jobs have been running, just like the detective said. However, teams have complained that the production site has been acting up. The testing environment shouldn't be affecting the website in the production environment. We're going to check in the rules section of the .gitlab-ci.yaml file. The branch shouldn't trigger a job if the branch is not main. Branches are ways to track changes and work. They are copies of the repository where developers and engineers work on changes. When they are ready, they merge the branch. In other words, they add their code to the main branch, which is the version the workflows use to build the site. Branches are ways to track changes and work. Wait, we've already read that. So we're gonna take a look at the calendar site. Let's take a look at it. We're gonna navigate to the machine's IP address and type the port we saw in the Docker command. Run in the config file, which is right here. We'll check right here. So we want port 9080. Let me see. We want port 9080. Hold on. Hold on. Let's check this. Oh, that's an example. Okay. 9081. We want 9081. Oh no, it's been defaced. Possibly by the Frostlings. The detective was right. We're gonna check the pipeline logs. We're gonna navigate to the pipeline sections from the CI/CD dropdown on the left-hand side. And we should see this dropdown. Frostlino. That's a suspicious name, honestly. The section shows all the pipelines triggered. Pipelines are grouped jobs. They run based on the config.-ci.yaml or .yaml file declarations we looked at before declaring the jobs to be run. Selecting any of the pipelines and clicking on the Past box should take us to the individual pipeline view. Should look like this. So let's go to the latest pipeline. Click on jobs. Also, the past. Test is passed. We need to click on a test job. Be wary of the arrow button to rerun the job. Nothing bad should happen. Feel free to try. After clicking test, it should take you to the build logs. You should see who triggered the job and what is attempting to run. Investigate the logs. There's been a lot of testing activity. no, so quote-unquote testing. This type of behavior is not expected. At first glance, we see commands and behavior unrelated to the advent calendar built for the Best Festival Company. An incident and investigation need to be opened. As discussed with the previous version, new code changes have been implemented. Based on the discussion in the merged requests, some jobs have been approved without review and merged by Frostalino. He seems to have many privileges. Are they abusing its power? That's up to Frostel to decide. But for now, let's focus on mitigation. We see malicious code has been added as part of the tests, and the rules have been changed so that the commands and tests are the ones that go into production. This looks highly suspicious. Let's break down what's happening. We can see that various commands are being executed, including the following commands. Let's see here. Let's scroll around. So you got Who Am I? Is printing the Who Am I is printing the username of the current user executing the script. PWD prints the current working directory. LS Tech LA lists the detailed information about the files and directories in the current location. If you add H to ls tac la, make it ls tac lah, you get hidden files and folders. But let's focus on what's in our scope. ls tac la dot /public/ lists detailed information about files and directories within the public directory. An HTML file is dynamically generated using the echo command. This file now contains an image of a defaced advent calendar. The script uses Docker to deploy a containerized instance of the Apache web server named to whatever is passed to $sign container name, not underscore name. The container is mapped to port 9081 on the host, and the and the public domain is already mounted to /user/ local/ Apache 2 /htdocs/ within the container. In conclusion, the test step performs various tasks to deface the calendar. It looks like Frostalino had joined Tracy McGreedy's scheme to damage Best Festival Company's reputation by defacing our advent calendar. You should now be able to see the commit history like in the image below. So let's see. Commit. Repository. Hang on. commits. We need to find the commit with the original code, which Delph Lead should have added. After clicking the commit, you can select the View File button on the top right corner to copy the contents. Let's do that. So we're looking for Delph Lead. View File. And we can go ahead and open this. And we're going to copy the contents. Hang on, hold on. In here. Then we're going to go back to the repository, click on the configuration file .gitlab-ci.yaml, and then click the edit button. Edit in the pipeline editor. And we're just going to paste all of this. Edit the file and add the correct code copied from the commit we have identified earlier. Click commit and wait for the job to finish. Everything should go back to normal. So we're gonna wait and see if this works. Okay, so it's been successfully committed. Refresh. I want port 9080. We have it working again. So everything's back to normal. To remediate these types of attacks, we can do the following. Preventing unauthorized repository changes. Enforce protected branches to prevent unauthorized users from pushing changes to branches. We're going to add a protected branch by navigating to the repository settings. Repository. We're going to look for settings. Hang on. Settings. Repository. In the protected branches section, we're going to click expand. That's repository setting, is that it? Hang on. Repository. Protected branches. Expand. We're going to scroll down and change the allowed to push to no one. Everyone must open a merge request and get the code reviewed before pushing it to the main branch. So hang on. We want to main branch main. Hang on. There's main. Yeah, I see it now. No one. Wait. Allowed to merge. Allowed to push. Okay. Right. Change this back. Allowed to merge. No one. No one's allowed to push. And that should work. I'm going to save that. Wait, does this autosave? I guess it does. Okay, so we've gone ahead and changed the allowed to push to no one. Everyone must open a merge request and get the code reviewed before pushing it to the main branch. Artifact management. Configure artifact expiration settings to limit the retention of artifacts. If an attempt like this happens again, the changes and files created will not be saved, and there will be no risk of web servers running artifacts. Pipeline visualization. Use pipeline visualization to monitor and understand pipeline activity, similar to how we carried out the investigation. You can access the pipeline visualization from the pipeline view in your GitLab project. Static analysis and linters. A DevSecOps team can implement static code analysis and the linting tools in a CI/CD pipeline. GitLab has a built-in SAST you can use. The Antarcticrafts team should do. But this is something the Antarcticrafts team should do. They need to kick Frostlino out of the project as well. But we should do that. We should do that. Right. It doesn't show me how, so... I'm not gonna worry about doing it too much. You can do it if you want to. You want to learn to kick someone off the project. Regular security audits. Review the .gitlab-ci.yaml files regularly for suspicious or unintended changes. That way, we can prevent projects like the Advent Calendar project from being tampered with again. Pipeline stages only include the necessary stages in your pipeline. Remove any unnecessary stages to reduce the attack surface. If you see a test running unnecessary commands or stages, always flag it. We have gathered remediation steps, which will be passed on and communicated to the Best Festival Team Security Squad. Well done, team. We have restored the Advent calendar and can now continue with celebrations for this holiday season. So we're going to answer changes. Hang on. Gonna have a look at see what commits. Bad SecOps. Goodness, that's a good name. Alright. I don't think I'm able to cut you out of the user and admin. Okay. We're gonna answer some questions. commits. Hold on a second, let me... Here. Commit ID. No, that's a SHA. I want this. Alright, let me go down. YAML file. Okay. Get commit ID for the original the website. One of these commit IDs. That's a directory. That should have been the original code. Not. Check Delphi. That's for the directory though. That's the thing. I know it would be incorrect. Not sure. One of the earlier commit IDs should have been it. But that's not right. Okay, there we go. If you enjoyed today's challenge, please check out the source code security room, which requires a subscription, but would be recommended. Detective Frostow believes it was an account takeover based on the activity. However, Tracy might have left some crumbs. Might have left some crumbs. Let's see here. That's an IP address. There. I'll not rest until Antarcticraft gets the respect it deserves. Oh man. Impersonation tokens. Yeah, that might not be a good idea, but yeah, okay. Advent calendar. Alright, let's terminate the machine. We can play around with the side quests later. I was trying my hardest to try the side quest. The first challenge was so hard. Like, I only got like 3 out of the 5 questions. I'm surprised I got that far. Especially in a hard room. Okay, let's shut down anyway. I don't really need that code anymore. Log out without saving. Okay. We've done our Advent task for today. That was fun. That was fun. Yeah, I don't want to show anything related to the side quests, if that's the case. Alright, so we're pretty much done with the Advent of Cyber for today. We'll get everything ready for GTA. I'm gonna switch it over to another YouTube stream. I've got like I'm simulcasting over on YouTube, but I don't want to have GTA on the YouTube stream for Advent of Cyber, so I'm going to schedule another stream on YouTube for GTA, and it's gonna be just kickback. We're not gonna do much hacking on the GTA stream. We're just gonna play some GTA, and that'll be it. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Stay tuned on Twitch because we will be switching over to GTA in a bit. So let me get that scheduled. I want to do some chat room shoutouts and Twitter shoutouts and Mastodon shoutouts, which, by the way, you guys definitely follow me on Twitter and on Mastodon. Especially those of you who are into tech, definitely follow me on Mastodon. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the account. I'm just not as active on Mastodon as I am on Twitter, but I am on both platforms. So, and of course, we're going to do a whole lot more hacker things. I want to do more hacker streams after Advent of Cyber. I haven't been doing a whole lot of them, but they've been fun. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some chat room shoutouts. We got AYWC in the house. Thanks for popping in, helping out a little bit with the AOC stuff. We got Kami Hatsune 778. We got Sweet Fire Lumina. How's it going, Sweet? Hey Lumina, are you gonna be on GTA tonight? Because we can always just hang out and team up and stuff. I'll put you to work. How about that? I'll put you to work. We've got Goddess Love in the house. What's going on, Goddess Love? We got Sebo Runa. What's going on, Sebo Runa? Alright. And that's pretty much everybody on the chat room. Let's see who else we got here. We got some other people popping in here on Twitter. Let's see who we got on Twitter. We got Kami Hatsune again. Great. We got Sharundo in the house. What's going on? And that's pretty much everybody on Twitter. We don't have any Mastodon shoutouts or anything like that, so ripperoni. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and I'm gonna turn off the TryHackMe stream on YouTube, but we're still on here. We're gonna be on Twitch. We're not cutting the stream off on Twitch, but I will be on BRB mode on there. I don't want to turn that. No, I don't want that. You know what, I'm just going to keep that, that stream anyway. We'll use it somehow. Actually no. I'll delete that stream right there. We don't want it. Alright, let me go ahead and schedule the other YouTube stream. That's going to be for 8:30. That way we're keeping both the YouTube and both the TryHackMe and GTA streams separate, because I want to make a playlist out of them. You never know, they'll be useful for people if they want to follow along with it the day of Christmas, or on Christmas Eve if somebody wants to like do it all in one go. Or whatever. I'll make sure I get a playlist for all of 24 days. But yeah, anyway, I am going to take a 5-minute break. We're gonna take a break for 5 minutes while I kick back and relax a little bit before we move over to GTA. I'm gonna switch my HDMI cord on the capture device as well, so, but stick around. Sabaruna, get with me in the, let me see here, I'll poke you in here, not Sabaruna, Lumina, get with me. And we'll set up some time to play GTA. Anyway, guys, I'll be right back in about 5 minutes. You guys go ahead and enjoy some clips of mine, and we'll get everything set up for GTA. So, BRB, guys. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, if you're watching live, tune over to the GTA stream that I just scheduled. Otherwise, if you're watching the VOD, thank you for watching. I hope this video has been informative, educational for you guys, have been entertaining a little bit. And I will see you tomorrow for day 21. Take care.